Welcome to my next Supernatural Season 1 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important, if you weren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Supernatural, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description. If that's the case, if you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this detailed review any further to avoid any potential spoilers. And full disclosure, this is my first time watching the show Supernatural. I've heard many good things about the show over the years from many people, and I finally decided to watch it myself. Thus far, I think it's okay. It's not good, it's not bad, it's okay. There's been a couple really good episodes, and then there's been a couple episodes where I'm just not that big of a fan of. This one to be one of them. Spoiler alert. But I like it. I'm going to keep watching it. I'm in it for the long haul. All 15 seasons, all 327 episodes. So join me on the journey and let's discuss this hopefully awesome, amazing show in the comments section, but don't spoil anything past this episode in this video at least. So with all that said, this will be Supernatural Season 1, Episode 8. The title of this episode is called Bugs, and this will be my first time watch, review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. We start with Sam. He's reading a paper about the mysterious death as Dean comes to Sam with money in his hand. Dean hustled money by playing pool. Dean said he would rather take a fun and easy way rather than an honest way of making money. Sam then brings up the article he read about how Dustin died due to CJD, and Dean confesses that he has only heard of it on Oprah, to which Sam asks, "You watch Oprah?" Dean wonders why would it be their problem, and Sam explains to Dean about CJD and how the symptoms don't match. Dustin would have been displaying symptoms of it for months or years before dying of it, and then Dean and Sam drive to Oklahoma. They arrive at a gas company that Dustin and Travis work for. They find Travis and ask about their Uncle Dusty, and Travis explains the situation to Dean and Sam. Sam then explains the symptoms of CJD to Travis, and Travis claims that Dustin didn't have any of them. And then Dean and Sam ask if Travis could tell them where the death scene was, and Travis nods his head yes. Caution tape surrounds the hole that Dustin fell in. Dean and Sam bypass the tape and then question what might have happened. Dean questions if it was a creature, yet there wasn't enough room for more than one person, and Dean taunts Sam to go into the hole by calling himself scared. Sam ties a rope around himself and goes in. All Sam could find were some beetles and no other evidence that anything else was in there. Sam and Dean decide they need background information. Dean notices an open house barbecue sign, so he figured that would be a good place to start. Larry Pike introduces himself before they even get inside and assures them that the house is open to any race, religion, color, or sexual orientation, assuming that the two men were a gay couple. Dean answers him by saying that they are brothers and how they are looking for a house for their father. Once they go inside, they talk to the developer, Larry, about the neighborhood, and Larry assures them that it is a nice, safe, clean neighborhood, and then introduces his wife, Joni. Larry leaves as the head of sales. Linda comes over and introduces herself and goes through the same routine as Larry did, except this time Dean plays along with the gay routine by calling Sam honey and slapping Sam's butt before he leaves to go talk to Larry. Now, on a tour of the house, Larry and Dean get talking and come across a jar with many bugs inside, and Larry explains that that is his son's. Meanwhile, Sam and Linda are talking about how the houses all have steam showers, as Linda is leaning on a counter where a tarantula is crawling toward her way, and Sam excuses himself and takes the spider and notices a teenager behind Linda. Sam confronts the teenager, who turns out to be Larry's son, Matt. They have a chat about their bad relationships with their fathers, and then Larry then comes over and takes his son away to go yell at him. Sam and Dean watch from afar. They have a discussion about their father. Dean says that he doesn't remember, but Sam does, because he used to always get yelled at, and that Dean was the good son. Dean tried to defend their father by saying that Sam was sometimes out of line, and Sam defends his case by sarcastically saying that it was wrong choice to play soccer over learning to bow hunt. Changing the subject, Dean says that he found out about a year ago another man died by a severe bee sting infection, or reaction, I should say. They make the connection that each death both included bugs. And then they discuss why the bugs would do this, as there were no signs of a ghost activity. They bring up Larry's son because he does have bugs for pets. Dean tells Sam to pull over to the empty open house they were at. Sam objects to that, and Dean states that he wants to try the steam shower, and Sam gives in. Linda goes into her room and turns on the television. On her bed, a bug falls on her, so she goes into the shower. In the shower, multiple spiders come out of her faucet, and she is the next victim of the bugs. And then Sam tells Dean to get out of the steam shower, which he finds awesome, and explains to Dean about the murder that happened last night. Sam and Dean find Larry there and pull over to question Larry. Larry tells Sam and Dean that Linda passed away last night, although they don't know what it was caused by. Once the police leave, the brothers, Sam and Dean, sneak into the house to go to the bathroom, or go for the bathroom. They see the spiders within the bathroom and go to question Matt. They find Matt at his bus stop and notice him walking the opposite direction from his house. They follow him into a wooded area. Matt gets nervous and asks if they are serial killers, to which Sam and Dean confront him with a no. They question him about the bugs and how Linda died due to the spiders. Matt gets defensive because he knows that he didn't do the killings. Matt does confess he knows something weird is happening with the insects and goes to show them an example. On the walk where Matt is taking them to, a discussion about family comes up. Sam assures Matt that things will get better in 2 years. He is 16 when he goes to college. Dean thinks that is bad advice because a kid shouldn't leave his family. Once deeper into the woods, Matt shows Sam and Dean that many insects, from earthworms to bees, have all gone in the same general area, and Sam points out that a large dirt mound where many worms have been. Dean goes digging through and finds a skull. Sam and Dean bring a box of uncovered skeletons from the same area where they found the skulls. They decide that it was the spirit channeling through the bugs. They then get into another discussion about their father. Sam feels that their father was always disappointed in him. Dean says that he wasn't disappointed, but scared something might happen to Sam if he was all alone, and then they enter the building. They talk to a professor by lying and saying they were part of his class, and then show him the bones they found. The professor states that the skeletons are from about the time of the Native Americans. Sam questions and asks if there were any tribes within the vicinity. The professor says something about a Yuchi tribe about 60 miles from where they were. And they go to this Native American village and playing a game of solitaire as Sam and Dean go inside to talk to him. The man can tell Dean is a liar and Sam isn't. And then the man answers any questions Sam has. The man confesses in knowing about the area of the construction site. They tell him about the Native American bones they found, so the man tells them a story that has been passed down for generations. He tells them the story of a tribe that was systematically murdered for 6 nights following the spring equinox, and about how nature will protect the valley for 6 nights after the moon and the sun share the sky as equals, and that after the 6th night, not a single white person will be left alive. The nature he is talking about is the bugs. So Sam and Dean realize that this is the 6th night, so they have to get Matt and his family out there. Matt is outside looking at bugs when he comes across multiple bugs coming from the ground. Driving on the phone with Larry and Matt, Dean tries to impersonate Travis to get Larry out of the house, to no avail, as Larry knows Travis. Sam then calls Matt and tells Matt about the situation and how he has to get his family out of there. Dean takes the phone and tells him to lie in order to get them out of there. Unfortunately, Matt is unable to get his family out of the house because he told the truth and his father doesn't believe him. After arguing, they see the whole swarm of bugs coming. It is too late to get in the car, so they all run into the house. Attempting to call for help, they find all phone lines are dead, and so is the power. They seal off all openings to the house. Dean then goes to find something to fend off the bugs. He gets some flammable bug spray. They then realize that they didn't seal off the fireplace and that the bugs fly in. They go up to the attic, and termites start eating through the wood, allowing more bugs to get in. Everyone manages to survive long enough as the sun comes up and all the bugs disperse. And then Larry moves out of the house, and production for other houses ends due to the bones Sam and Dean found. Larry isn't too sad because he realizes that he didn't lose as in his family. Sam gently confronts Matt one more time as Matt is throwing away his bug collection. And then Sam and Dean actually reassure themselves on how they will find their father. Once they do find him, Sam wants to apologize to him for all the things he said to him, and they leave for their next case. And that's what ends this episode of Supernatural. So I didn't really like this episode. I thought parts of it were really corny and cheesy. I'll give the episode a 5.9 out of 10. My character of the episode is going to be Matt Pike, the bug collector. He was okay. And that's really all I have to say about it. So aside from this episode, if you're a fan of Supernatural and you want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, please make sure that you'll smash the like button. It does help with the channel quite a bit. Share the video with a friend. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are regarding this episode of Supernatural. What would you rate the episode, and who would you choose as a character of the episode? Obviously, Sam and Dean, I think, will probably be the character of every episode until we get like more consistent characters that actually are in more episodes than just one, and any other thoughts that you have. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel. Help me get over 100K subs. Join the team, share your damn support, and be a part of something special. And you never know what you're going to see on JDub TV.